There is no doubt that the elements will play a factor tonight from Commerce City, Colorado and Dick's Sporting Goods Park. It is the second leg of the round of 16. The Colorado Rapids playing host to Comunicaciones. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us. And yes, that is the pitch conditions, 10 degrees, but the feels like temperature, the wind chill hovering around 0 degrees Fahrenheit. It is going to be a cold encounter tonight. And yes, a chance of snow in the forecast as well. We are in the bottom left, matchup number 3. The winner of this tie will move on to take on NYCFC after they move past Santos de Guapiles of Costa Rica. And of course, it's Comunicaciones leading 1-0 on aggregate going into this second leg. So just about a week ago in Guatemala, these two teams meet up, and it was a highly anticipated return to Champions League for both of these teams. Of course, Comunicaciones winning Scotiabank Concacaf League at the end of 2021, and there were plenty of early chances for Comunicaciones. This one off the woodwork, maybe a bit of a deflection there off of William Yarbrough in goal, but Comunicaciones would keep up their attack early on. Many more shots firing towards that goal of Colorado, and eventually Diego Rubio would have an opportunity back the other way just at the half-hour mark. But this is a game in which head coach Robin Fraser said we just did not perform to our best ability, and that's why they have some work to do tonight. Defensively, they put out some fires. They were overall pretty strong. This was a moment of worry, though, off the head of Austin Trusty, and the shot then fired out of play. But this was the moment of glory, a deflected shot. However it may come for Comunicaciones, they will absolutely take it. And what a strike this was off the right foot of Espino. You see it take that wild deflection. Yarbrough couldn't keep it out, and that is how the first leg ended. The few fans that were in attendance celebrating, and William Coito's men come now to the United States and cold Commerce City, Colorado with a 1-0 aggregate advantage. And there you can see the officials tonight. They are trying to stay as warm as possible. Temperatures, as we mentioned, just above single digits. The wind chill, though, will take that into the single digits. A chance of snow later on. But in hearing from both of these teams, they are trying to forget about the elements and move past that, as Rapid Man is trying to stay bundled up for this one. And of course, this Colorado Rapids team starts their MLS season upcoming this weekend. They will go to warmer climate in Los Angeles, California to take on LAFC in the same venue. NYCFC just took down Santos de Guapiles in. That comes Sunday, but before that, 90 minutes, and it is a very important 90 minutes. And Robin Fraser said about that first leg, he said, overall, we didn't play well. Not many guys were sharp. Decision-making and execution were not as good as normal. And this comes off a preseason in which Colorado maybe didn't live up to standards in their handful of preseason matches, but still a chance to right all those wrongs tonight. And getting into the quarterfinals of this competition would, of course, be a big stepping stone for this franchise, as they have never advanced past the round of 16 in Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. On the other side, it's a very similar story for Comunicaciones. They have not advanced past a knockout round in Champions League history before. This is their 7th appearance in Concacaf Champions League in the modern era. They did take on Club America just a couple years back in 2020. They did get that to penalty kicks before losing 5-3 from the spot there at Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. So some of the players starting to appear for Colorado, all bundled up. And this is, of course, just on the heels of about a month ago when the United States hosted Honduras in World Cup qualifiers. That game played in St. Paul, Minnesota in similar cold conditions. Maybe this not quite as cold, but it is definitely close. And there is precedent here in Commerce City. Of course, the Rapids took on the Portland Timbers back in 2019. That was the coldest match in MLS history, with the recorded temperature at 18 degrees Fahrenheit. A year before that, they took on Toronto FC in the round of 16 of Champions League, and that game was in the single digits as well. That is the coldest game they've ever played. This one could rival those temperatures. So you see the substitutes all bundled up. Some of the neck scarves trying to keep as much skin warm as possible as these players make their way out onto the field. We are building up to first kick. Los Cremas with some good fan support here in Denver tonight. Those who wanted to brave the elements, give them a lot of credit for sticking this one out. Potentially some snow in the forecast, and of course, plenty of cold. Back in 2018, the only two players that were in the 18 on that day of that very cold 2-0 loss, the previous coldest match in Colorado Rapids history. Jack Price, who you see wearing the captain's armband. Danny Wilson was also on the bench for the Rapids that night. This, of course, a team in Colorado coming off a Western Conference championship a year ago in the regular season, but then when they got to the playoffs, they played just one game and they lost that. That was on Thanksgiving Day, losing out to the Portland Timbers on that day. Now we just await these players to take the field tonight here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Yesterday, this field full of snow. It has been cleared off to the touch lines. And looking at the extended forecast for the next week or so, about a week from now, it'll be in the 60s potentially here in Colorado. But tonight, it's much less than that as the teams take to the field. We'll step aside. We'll hear the Concacaf Champions League anthem, and we'll build you up to first kick. It's Comunicaciones and the Colorado Rapids. Building up to first kick from Commerce City, Colorado, Dick's Sporting Goods Park. The second leg of the round of 16 tie between the Colorado Rapids and Comunicaciones. Here's Robin Frazier's 11 for Colorado. Two changes, Colin Warner and Jonathan Lewis are out of the 11. It's Michael Barrios along with Max Alves into the starting 11 tonight for Alves. This is his starting debut in this lineup for the Rapids. He did come off the bench in that first leg last week. And there's a look at the Rapids starting 11 as they get their pre-match picture here underway. Not a full capacity crowd, but a lot of credit to those who are braving the elements tonight here in Commerce City. Look at our referees tonight. Diego Montano will be the man in the middle. An all-Mexican crew and the two captains, Jose Contreras and Jack Price. And on the other side for Comunicaciones, no changes for William Coito from that first leg, although you'll pick out Kevin Lopez, number 34. He actually played for Honduras in that game about a month ago against the United States in World Cup qualifiers in St. Paul, Minnesota. So he might be a little bit familiar with these temperatures, maybe more so than this Colorado Rapids team that has not played at home since last November. So that gets us set for first kick, and of course VAR is in effect tonight. Cesar Ramos and Jorge Perez will be manning the VAR tonight. What an opportunity it is for both of these teams. The winner of this tie will move on to take on NYCFC. That will come in about 2 weeks' time, that first leg. But before that, we have 90 minutes ahead of us, and it's Comunicaciones with a 1-0 aggregate advantage coming into the night. Harold Espino, whose goal is the difference thus far. Just waiting on the whistle of Diego Montano. There it is. And away we go from a cold Colorado. It's the Rapids going right to left. And in all white, of course, Los Cremas. It's Comunicaciones left to right. Now, of course, the last time out for the Rapids last week in Guatemala. But over the weekend, Comunicaciones a 0-0 draw at Solola in the domestic league. They did have another 90 minutes in between, but they are ready to go for this one. Of course, plenty of changes into the lineup over the weekend, and an unchanged starting 11 here tonight. Robin Fraser, in the week building up to this one, said the response has been exactly what we expected. Of course, we were disappointed to come home with nothing, but now tonight we need to execute well. And he said about that first leg, we really didn't execute well across the board. That's really been the message even throughout preseason, is correcting those small little details that maybe was the difference from not moving on in the playoffs a year ago. Of course, the one-off so difficult and the long break in between games. And now a long ball ahead, and Yarbrough coming off his line, able to squeeze this and distributes for Austin Trusty. Mark Anthony Kay for Michael Barrios on the far side, the leading goal scorer for the team from a year ago with 8. And that is an interesting talking point when talking about this Colorado Rapids team here in 2022. Who is going to be that out-and-out goal scorer for the Rapids in 2022? It was shared across the board a year ago. But who will it be this year? Diego Rubio potentially an option. Andre Shinyashiki, who is back on the bench tonight. He inherits the number 9 shirt this year for Robin Fraser and the Rapids. Will he be the man to carry the goal-scoring load? The youngster who went to college just down the road at Denver. Here's the experienced international Mark Anthony Kay. Now Trusty moves it down the left. Lucas Estevez shaping a cross in. It's cut out. And Comunicaciones able to knock this clear. Now again down the left. Estevez, low ball in, flick to the back post. Diego Rubio not able to put it on frame. Let's see what the decision is. It looks like it's going back to Comunicaciones. Another look at it here. Estevez, a couple of early crosses from that left side. It did just take that slight deflection out of play. It looks like the flag went up for offside anyway. You can see on the far side of the field those Guatemalan flags. Comunicaciones does have some support tonight in the United States. And it's picked off right off the goal kick. Rubio trying to get this out wide. Alves brings it back into the middle. No whistle from the referee as play continues on. Trying to find Kevin Lopez down this right side. Estevez has to play that ball. Anthony Kay taking off the ball. Jorge Aparicio, physical in the middle. Looks like that ball did go out of play. It'll be a throw-in back to Colorado. It is interesting to note, Carlos Espino, who did score that goal last week in the first leg, he did come off the bench. Scored about 4 minutes after coming off the bench, but tonight not in the 18. As Estevez once again comes down this left side for Colorado, gets the return from Alves, but he was cut off. Manuel Gamboa stepping in at his center back position, and now finds Anangono up top, and he's battling his way forward, trying to get it out wide for Kevin Lopez, but again, it was Max Alves stepping in for Colorado to break it up. Alves, who brought quite a bit of energy off the bench, hoping to be that spark this year for the Rapids. His first season with the club, spent some time with Flamengo. Cuiabá also in Brazil. Here's Anangono, who played such a big part of that Concacaf League title at the end of 2021, scoring a hat trick in the final. Him along with Andres Lezcano combining for 11 goals in CONCACAF League. Those are the two men to watch tonight in white in terms of goal scoring. Looks like that ball did stay in play. Austin Trusty trying to get it back upfield, but now Gamboa just has to play this back for Kevin Moscoso, who gets another start in goal tonight. History will be made for either side, whoever progresses through. Never has either of these teams been past the round of 16 in Champions League. And it's NYCFC who awaits. Played over the top, Barrios off the chest. Michael Barrios, he's brought down, running right into Jose Corena. It's just outside the area. Will this be anything more? Looks like the referee looking for his yellow card, and he issues that. So Jose Corena, an early yellow card for Comunicaciones, and a free kick opportunity for Colorado. Looks like Corena just trying to hold his ground. Impeding the progress of Michael Barrios. The two Colombians come together. And now it looks like it's Jack Price's turn to stand over this set piece. Didn't score a goal last year in league play, but he did have 12 assists. I wonder if the spray from the referee starting to freeze there. He couldn't get much out. Looks like already the mustache of Jack Price starting to freeze over as well in these frigid temps. Price serves it in, and the header deflected out of play. It did come off a Comunicaciones player. This will be out for a corner kick, and Price will jog over to take this as well. Ball served into a good area, trying to pick out the center back, Danny Wilson. It'll be an in-swinger from this near side corner flag. Here's the in-swinger right towards the penalty spot, and again headed away. Barrios able to keep this in. Price tried to get himself back on side. Here comes the service in once more. Trusty still up there on the turn. Oh, what a save! Kevin Moscoso down to his left and able to keep Colorado off the board. A total reaction save. Here it is again, right on the turn. And a great opportunity. That was the center back again, Danny Wilson. If not for the left paw of Kevin Moscoso, this game is 1-0. We're tied on aggregate. Instead, he keeps Comunicaciones up 1-0 on aggregate. Away goals could play a factor, of course, in this one. Should Comunicaciones score, that means Colorado would have to score 3. And the only way we go to penalties tonight would be a 1-0 win for Colorado. Wilson getting stuck in there on Contreras and wins it back. Here's Mark-Anthony Kaye controlling things in the center of the park. And again, moved out wide for Estevez. Return for his Brazilian counterpart, Max Alves, who fires this in. Oh, another great save, and it's still loose. Trying to get back to his feet. Scribble in the box and cleared. Moscoso with 2 massive saves for Comunicaciones. Another ball served in, and Moscoso will just hold this and calm things down for the moment. Robin Fraser looking on. And how did this not go for Colorado? Alves squaring the ball, and Jack Price, who's not known as a goal scorer, nearly finding one here in Champions League. And then he was tripped up there at the end, and Moscoso has been diving all over the place in the early going in these opening 10 minutes. And players all over the field now. I'm sure this field is not as soft as it has been in the past. These freezing temperatures. Snow covered yesterday. The grounds crew did a wonderful job to get the field ready and prepared to go for this tonight. Usually they spray cooling spray for these players when they're down. I don't know if you necessarily want that on a night such as this. Moscoso got rid of that, and then he went straight to ground. That's why pregame warm-up's so important on a night like this, making sure your body is extra warm. Those muscle injuries do not play a factor. Now Jack Price back to controlling things in the middle. How play gets back underway here. Mark-Anthony Kaye waiting to throw this back in. Estevez will just send this right back to Manuel Gamboa, who will let it run through for Kevin Moscoso and get play back underway. Here's Austin Trusty. Estevez again bouncing this in. Gamboa there to deal with it once more. Alves applying a bit of pressure. Eventually the whistle blows as Steven Robles was fouled, and some pushing and shoving after the play. Mark-Anthony Kaye and Steven Robles getting to know each other. Kaye took exception to something there, and now Diego Montano needs to sort things out here. It looks like the referee going to his pocket. Talking to with both the players, Robles and Kaye both get yellow cards. So the referee trying to get a hold of this game here early on. There was the initial foul, and then Robles the challenge there at the end of the play on Austin Trusty, and that's when Marc-Anthony Kaye came in to protect his teammate. Have to be careful there with the foreheads kind of coming together. Of course, VAR taking a look at all of this. For Steven Robles, that's a second yellow card in this aggregate tie, which means he will miss the first leg of the quarterfinals should Comunicaciones advance. He picked one up in the 57th minute last week, and looks like Diego Montano is in conversation. He's holding play with VAR. Cesar Ramos along with Jorge Perez taking a look at this, and it might be for what happened on Austin Trusty. Take a look at this right there. And you also have to take a look at the two heads coming together. That's always a no-no, and we are going to VAR. So Diego Montano going over to the pitch side monitor, and he will take a look at this. He is in conversation with Cesar Ramos, the VAR official tonight. And what is it going to be here? That is a high challenge there. And Steven Robles might be in some trouble here. Stud showing very high up the leg. And there's a good chance that Steven Robles has played all he will tonight. Anytime it's that high up on the leg, he'll be in trouble. And it looks like the referee going to his back pocket. Comunicaciones down to 10 men. Steven Robles is sent off. It was a decision that had to be made. That is why VAR is in effect for those type of situations. Not able to spot that on the field as it all happened so quickly. And the interesting part about this is play kind of went on for a moment, and then the referee blew for the initial foul when Robles was fouled. But because the play continued, this was allowed to happen. See, that was the initial foul that the referee was going to bring play back for, but then because play continued on, that happened, and that's why Robles will escape the cold tonight, and he is sent off after 15 minutes. So a huge blow to Comunicaciones as they have the aggregate advantage at 1-0, and now will try to hold on for the remaining 75 minutes. That's a long way to go as Robles makes the slow walk off to the far side of the field. Such an experienced player in Steven Robles, the 26-year-old. 18 Concacaf appearances if you count tonight. He's been capped by Guatemala 18 times, his 7th season overall with Comunicaciones. And that is all we will see of number 31 in white tonight. So because the initial foul was blown on Colorado, it's a free kick to Comunicaciones as play gets back underway. Now here's Estevez. We'll see who slots into that back line at right back for Comunicaciones as Kaye kind of slices that cross in. Shot from distance and bouncing right into the arms of Kevin Moscoso. And Robles, he doesn't want to go inside yet. He's okay sticking it out in the cold. We'll watch this one from a distance though. And this will be a foul on Lalas Abubakar. A free kick coming for Comunicaciones. And William Coitel, the 56-year-old Uruguayan. A lot to consider now. Trying to see this out already. Kevin Moscoso has had to make 2 big-time saves to keep his team at 0-0 and at 1-0 on aggregate. Not to dwell on it too much, but if that whistle comes earlier on that red card play, the red card doesn't happen because play would have stopped already. It's just interesting how it all transpired. Now here's the free kick. First time into the attacking area for Comunicaciones, and maybe a chance now to counter for Colorado. It's intercepted. There is another game going on simultaneous to this one because of weather in Montreal yesterday. The game postponed until today, and Montreal taking on Santos of Mexico. It is 1-1 on aggregate after Romel Kyoto able to score the opener for Montreal. It's worth keeping an eye on. Another MLS team in action tonight. Good hold-up play along that far touchline. Comunicaciones not able to keep it. It's all the way back for Yarbrough in goal. Okay, again finding Estevez down this near side. Able to get by Lopez, rolls this into the area. It's broken up and then given away to the top of the area for Alves. He skies it out of play. A good opportunity there once again. Max Alves has been very energetic so far in these opening 20 minutes. His first start for Colorado. Just not able to keep that down and on target. So 20 minutes gone, and already a couple of big saves from Kevin Moscoso. And it is Steven Robles who has been sent off, but still through all of that, Comunicaciones still hold the 1-0 advantage on aggregate. This time it's Andres Lezcano getting tripped up. Costa Rican international. His 5th Champions League appearance tonight. Just a little contact he felt from behind on Abubakar. Here they come forward again off the free kick. Little back heel, and Anangono will now move this off to the left. Deflected by Rosenberry, and this out for a corner kick. Seems like it's the Comunicaciones fans that are making some noise tonight. Set pieces could play a big part in this second leg, as of course it did in the first. That's where the goal came from. Alexander Loreen to take this from the far corner flag. Plenty of depth on this one, and that never made it in play. And it's out for a goal kick. We can update you again on that Montreal match. Montreal 2, Santos 0. Georgi Mihailovic scoring for Montreal. Still here in Commerce City, midway through this first half. Nothing to show for on the score sheet as of yet. Here's Kevin Lopez. Sarabia tried to play on, but now a late offside whistle comes to stop play, and it'll go back to Colorado. Again, it's Estevez down this near side. Alves in the turn. He's knocked out of play. Jose Contreras coming over. Another look at this here. Colorado wanted a whistle, never came. Quick 1-2 play between Estevez, and that's a nifty spin move there by Kevin Lopez. And then he needed a teammate to clear that away. As far as Danny Wilson, the center of that back three tonight for the Rapids, and Robin Frazier. Estevez ahead for Alves. Two Brazilians we've seen to form a good partnership down this left side, at least early on. Colorado favoring this left side. And of course now with Steven Robles done for the night, the starting right back. It might be a good side of the field to attack. So much experience with Kevin Lopez. He would have been playing Champions League football no matter what, coming over from Motagua, where he was since the 2013-2014 season. Very experienced in Concacaf, this being his 37th appearance through Champions League and Concacaf League as well. Estevez looking to shape a cross in, a little bit too tall, but Barrios crashing in, couldn't get there, and Moscoso able to hold on to it. Rubio and Barrios up top once again for Colorado. Colorado actually scored a similar goal to that in preseason when they took on the Houston Dynamo. Estevez connecting with Diego Rubio. Now they'll choose to attack down the right. The underlap there by Rosenberry. He didn't get there first, but it's still a throw-in for Colorado. Long switch of play, looking to pick out Alves again. It's Kevin Lopez to get this as far as Trusty, who takes this on, and it slices out of play. Of course, Austin Trusty will only be with the Rapids until mid-July before he makes his move to Arsenal. Big move announced during the January transfer window. A big opportunity for the young Austin Trusty after he grew up in the Philadelphia Union Academy, coming over to Colorado. His third season with the Rapids. Gamboa going to play this through the middle once again. Contreras and hit the referee. Pardon me, that was Lescano. It will be a drop ball, and Jose Contreras will put this back in play. Lopez. For Gamboa, and his feet kind of tangled up, and now a turnover. Rubio springs free Michael Barrios, who cuts in field. Barrios plays this back for Mark-Anthony Kaye. I think he was caught in two minds there, whether to chip that forward and go for the through ball, or to take a strike himself. The latter option may have been the one to take. There's Barrios. Fell kindly there for Kaye. Actually, it might have just been the touch that set him up to try to take the shot. I took it a bit too far away from that right foot. And the Guatemalan Comunicaciones fans enjoying themselves on the far side. It may be cold, but you're jumping, making noise, trying to warm up. Rosenberry calmly plays this back for Yarbrough, and Colorado gain more control. Barrios with Rosenberry in support. Here is Keegan Rosenberry. Deflected cross. Alves brings it down and scores! his first start for Colorado, his first appearance at home, and the Rapids back level on aggregate. They lead 1-0 on the night. Another look at it here, and this is a really good move down that right side. Rosenberry with the deflected cross. So he may not get credit for that assist, but he put the ball in the dangerous area. Alexander Larine got the deflection on it. And when you allow time and space right around the penalty spot, almost anybody will punish you. And this time it's Max Alves, the Brazilian, 20 years of age. A big move for the Rapids in the offseason. And he is on the score sheet with his first goal for the Rapids. And now another turnover. And right now, Comunicaciones treading some water. But they hope maybe doesn't freeze over as Lopez now cuts in field. So if this stays the way it is, all the way through the 90 minutes, we'll be off to penalties. Any other goal, and it will finish within 90 minutes. We are now tied 1-1 on aggregate. Another set-piece opportunity coming right at the half-hour mark. 29th minute goal from Max Alves. This one floated in. Abubakar there. And now Price will get this clear. Carrena steps in, and Carrena fires this out of play. Another look at this move, and a really well-worked goal coming down that right side. Remember, we talked about how much they've been coming down this left side through Alves and Estevez, but they choose the right, and they get the goal. And again, here's Estevez, providing width, and now driving in field. They get by Lopez unsuccessfully. A lot of pressure here from Colorado, making it difficult for Comunicaciones. Alves again for Rosenberry, moving it out wide for Barrios. And Montano trying to play hold up. Good physical defending there by Danny Wilson. Space on this near side. Contreras for Aparicio. Jose Contreras now having to just put this out of play. It looks like an injured player. That is Diego Rubio. We'll look at it here. Just getting clipped by Manuel Gamboa there. Yeah, turning over that left ankle, it looks like. These cold temperatures, that'll hurt just a little bit more. To harp on the weather too much, but Robin Fraser said this is not any football weather that anybody wants to be in or be part of, but it is what it is, and he just said plainly, we need a result. That's really a big opportunity tonight for the Rapids, and so far so good. Up 1-0, and Comunicaciones down a man. One goal for Comunicaciones, and this changes the whole complexion of this tie. Anangono. Doreen, space to try to shape a cross in. Good depth on this one again. This time it's Abubakar to head clear. Estevez, and it's 3-on-3. Here comes Colorado through Diego Rubio. Two options ahead. Rubio will take this himself, and he puts it in orbit. A good counter-attacking opportunity for Colorado as Comunicaciones had set numbers forward, trying to get something going towards goal. Again, not to be thus far. The noise of the Comunicaciones fans has maybe moved over to the Rapids fans, who are feeling some momentum now. Just one shot thus far from the away side tonight. Advantage being played. They'll take this down the right again. It's Barrios. Rosenberry's there in support. Cuts it back for Barrios. It's all coming from the advantage being played by the referee. Rosenberry throws the brakes on, turns back outside. Now the referee will stop play. Looks to be Diego Rubio again, and this will be a yellow card, and that is going to Jose Contreras. I just saw him turn over his left ankle a moment ago. This time just running right into Contreras. That was what earned him that yellow card. Rubio, who does have some Champions League experience at Sporting Kansas City, coming in the 2016-2017 version of this competition. He scored one goal as well for SKC. A lot put on his shoulders ahead of this year. We talked about the lack of a true goal scorer for this Rapids team. Could he be the man to step up for the Rapids? Looks like a thumbs up there as Rubio looks content to try to play on as he comes off with a bit of a limp here, as he'll try to walk it off. Rubio talking there with Daniel Quintero, the fourth official. I think he wanted maybe something more than just a yellow card for Jose Contreras, but that's all that challenge is worthy of. Still not quite off the field. So play back underway, and Rubio looks like will come back on here. Abubakar. That did stay in play. Here's Mark-Anthony Kaye. Switches the point of attack. Here's Rubio right back on the field for Estevez, who gets in field. Back for Price, who finds Trusty. Trusty rolling this in. It's saved by Moscoso. And then an appeal maybe for a back pass, but it was just pinballing around the box. And again, good build-up play from the Rapids once more. This time it was Trusty on the overlap. Great chance for Lucas Estevez. There it is again. I don't think you can call that a back pass. So again, Comunicaciones dodges another bullet. Colorado really starting to put the pressure on, and you just wonder as these 90 minutes keep progressing. Comunicaciones down a man. They will have been down a man for about 75 minutes at the end of this game. How much of a factor does that play? And William Coito might have to be creative with his substitutions, especially if he wants to get Kevin Lopez into the attack more. He is slotted in at that right back position. He played a huge part in Motagua's run to the Concacaf League final, and I guess if you can't beat him, join him. That's what he did with Comunicaciones. Of course, it will be Motagua to take on the Seattle Sounders tomorrow night in Seattle to round out the round of 16. That's 0-0 on aggregate. Forge and Cruz Azul, the other tie tomorrow night. Price rolls this out wide, and it's Rosenberry. Back for Jack Price. Trusty for Estevez. Now trying to break the lines, going through the middle. Rosenberry. Abubakar plays this in, too much on it. Skips right out of play on this hard, cold surface. There's a potential chance of snow as the game progressed. Through 40 minutes, it's just really cold instead. Came on the air, 10 degrees, a wind chill in the single digits. Here's Estevez coming forward again for Alves, who already has one. And Moscoso, a great reaction save once more. He nearly made it a second, Max Alves. And that was from a very tough angle as well. It's a corner kick coming for the Rapids. The two Brazilians connecting once again. Moscoso has been massive in goal tonight. Again, it's Jack Price who will stand over this corner kick for the Rapids. Price curls this in to the top of the six. Abubakar flicked around and finally cleared away. Manuel Gamboa. And another corner kick. Just kind of bouncing around, and finally Gamboa said enough of this and got it clear. Few flurries starting to fall out of the sky now. As Price plays this in, a bit too tall for Abubakar, but it's Price to get back on it. Barrios, high degree of difficulty on the cross, puts it out of play. 3 minutes to go until halftime. It's Max Alves, his goal the difference in the 29th minute for the Rapids. And that's what has us at 1-1 on aggregate here in this second leg. Barrios able to get back on this. Rubio's through the middle. It never got there. Carrena initially made the defensive play, and then Gamboa did very well for Comunicaciones. Very calm on the ball, Manuel Gamboa, 23-year-old out of Panama. His first season with Comunicaciones since coming over in the January transfer window. And here's Kevin Lopez, and Angono up ahead. Another option on the far side. Lopez rolls this in, and Abubakar tries to get this clear. Rusty goes right through Lopez. Not enough to draw a whistle from the referee. It'll be a throw into Colorado. They're trying to get on with things here. Estevez brings it in the middle for Price. Rubio's up ahead. Able to thread the needle for Rubio. Diego Rubio tries to get it back on that right foot. Still Rubio. It's saved by Moscoso again. And the snow now really starting to play a factor. The 11th shot of the match, and of those 11 shots, 7 of them have been on target for Colorado. Again, Barrios, who now finds himself on this left side. Lucas Estevez to the end line. A sliding challenge put in. This will just trickle out past the corner flag for another corner kick. Robin Fraser said a starting point for this game is just being sharper overall. He said during the preseason, offensively, it's about choices in different scenarios. He said, of course, as most coaches do during the preseason, it will come over time. It's been a good start, as now we're starting to play in a snow globe here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Price serves it in, flicked through and cleared away. And no outlet man there for Comunicaciones. 2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half as we're tied 1-1 on aggregate. Another ball served in. Rubio heads it down. It's Danny Wilson on the turn. Falls for Price, who moves it along. Barrios hit from distance and deflected over the bar. Keegan Rosenberry with the low drive. And once again, another corner kick with 90 seconds to go in this first half. This time the captain, Jose Contreras, didn't want to find out the end result from where that shot was going to end up. Snow really coming down now. Still holding play here. I wonder if something's being looked at. This will just add on to the stoppage time at the end of this first half. Now we're good to continue on. Price again on the corner. Serves it into a good area. It bounces at the top of the 6-yard box. It's Lopez who's taken off the ball by Alves, who gets the shot away. And it's comfortable in the end for Kevin Moscoso. Bouncing through, Abubakar going right through Lezcano. We are through the 2 minutes of stoppage time, which brings us to the end of this first half. Max Alves' goal is the difference on a cold and snowy night here in Commerce City. We hit the break. It's Colorado 1, it's Comunicaciones 0.
Support your team by voting for the man of the match on Twitter, the Untitled Champions after the game. For the latest news, match statistics, and highlights, visit CONCACAFChampionsleague.com. Scotiabank is a proud sponsor of the 2022 Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. Because football inspires kids and transforms futures. Follow Scotia Football Club on Facebook to learn more of our football initiatives. Qatar Airways is the official airline partner of the 2022 Scotiabank Concacaf Champions League. Guarantee your spot at the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 with our incredible triple packages. Montano. Follow at the Champions on Twitter and our Facebook page at Concacaf Champions. And to Altitude Athletics to check out the brand new 2022 Club Kit. Get your hands on this new jersey today by heading to Altitude Athletics. The Colorado Rapids will return home to Dick's Sporting Goods Park for the regular season home opener on Saturday, March 5th and host Atlanta United. Tickets are still available. Get yours today at ColoradoRapids.com.
Since 1997, we have imagined the exception. From our very first night to opening the world's best halal international, to delivering unforgettable experiences abroad. And the reason we go above and beyond, the reason we become the world's best halal 6 times, this in just 25 years. Imagine what the next 25 will bring. Qatar Airways, 25 years of excellence.
Highlights from the first 45 minutes of action from Commerce City and Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Colorado. The Rapids and Comunicaciones off to a hot start in that first 45. Plenty of early chances coming for the Rapids. Danny Wilson forcing a big save, but this the big talking point out of the first half. Steven Robles with that nasty challenge there on Austin Trusty. And then it's Mark Anthony Kaye coming to protect his teammate, as he should. This would go to VAR, and Steven Robles would be given his marching orders. His night would be over after about 15 minutes. And this was after a long VAR check. Eventually, the referee, Diego Montano, went over to the pitch side monitor to take a look. And Robles, his night came to an end right then and there. But as the first half continued on, it would be Colorado just peppering the goal of Kevin Moscoso and Comunicaciones. And this is the first goal in burgundy and blue for Max Alves. The Brazilian, 20 years of age, signing in the offseason a 4-year deal, and gets his first goal for the Rapids. That gets them back level on aggregate at 1-1, giving them the 1-0 lead on the night. Moscoso would have plenty more saves to make in that first half. And down this left side, the two Brazilians, Max Alves along with Lucas Esteves, they combined very well and created plenty of dangerous chances going into the attack for Colorado. They'll look for more of the same come the second half. And as the snow picked up, the shots kept coming. And that is where we stand after 45 minutes. It's 1-0 to Colorado. The first half stats, 11 shots, 6 of them on target. And just that one shot for Comunicaciones. Can they hold on at 1-1 on aggregate to force penalties? The second half is coming up, plus more Champions League action this week. here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park in Commerce City, Colorado. And who you are seeing now, Nicholas Samayoa getting set to come on for Comunicaciones, replacing Rodrigo Saravia. It's a defensive-minded substitution for William Coito and Comunicaciones as they trail 1-0 on the night, but it's 1-1 on aggregate as we get set to start this second half, and technically the fourth quarter of this two-legged aggregate tie. So there is confirmation of the sub. We'll see where he slots in, most likely at right back. We'll see if they shift that back line around. So Kevin Lopez might have a little bit more freedom to move into the attack. We'll see where Samayoa ends up, but we are getting set for this second half to get underway. There is the whistle, and here we go. The snow coming down in these frigid temperatures here in the Rocky Mountains. And we have a tasty fixture on our hands tonight, and in this second half, Colorado with 11 shots, 6 of them finding the frame of goal. But it was Kevin Moscoso who was a wall in net, aside from just the one, that he didn't really get any help from his back line on. Max Alves had plenty of time in that 18-yard box to fire home the go-ahead goal. So that is where we stand after 45 minutes. For either of these teams, it'll be the first time ever progressing through the round of 16 as Rosenberry takes this on, and it bounces right into the arms of Kevin Moscoso. And you wonder how this field is going to bounce in the second half with the snow starting to come down. It's already very, very cold. Something for goalkeepers to maybe keep in the back of their minds as this half continues on. And now something on for Comunicaciones, and it's Kevin Lopez getting into the attack. Deflected cross by Lucas Estevez, and it's Mark-Anthony Kaye who will carry it out for Colorado. Trying to switch the point of attack, looking for Michael Barrios, and it's broken up. And now a late whistle as there was a foul as that pass was released on Max Alves. So as things stand now, we are heading to penalties, but still plenty of time for that to change. One goal either way, and this will end in 90 minutes. A piercing ball for Barrios, who squares it all the way across, and it's cleared away. Robin Fraser hoping for more of that as this second half continues on. And Colorado really picking up right where they left off. The two outside backs have been very instrumental tonight for the Rapids, and Estevez on the left, Rosenberry on the right, who set up the goal. And here is Estevez finding Alves, crossing this in. It's batted away by Moscoso. Still not completely clear as Price will keep it in. And again, Alves crosses it in, takes a deflection off Gamboa, and it's a corner kick early in this second half for the Rapids. Jack Price who sets up the corner kick. Plenty of bodies waiting around Kevin Moscoso. Floated into the air. Alves lets it bounce once. Now he brings it down. He'll try to pick out the top corner, and it's headed away. A crucial intervention to clear that away. That was surely headed into that top corner. It's another corner kick coming for the Rapids. Another look at it here. Alves again with time and space, and that's the striker, Anangono, who was able to head that away. And it's Jack Price who comes back now to this near side corner flag. Pushing and shoving in the area. Visibility tough for a goalkeeper as this one's whipped in off of a Boubacar to keep it in, but that was off his hand. And this will go back to Comunicaciones, and they can take a breath. Another look at this opportunity for Alves. He's really showing his quality tonight. It's flicked along off the goal kick. And that'll be a foul on Kevin Lopez. It's been a frustrating night for Lopez. He usually loves to get up and down that right side. But with the red card, he played most of the first half at right back, and now we'll see if he can influence the game a little bit higher up the formation for Comunicaciones. There's Jose Contreras covering plenty of ground there in the middle. This is the 17th game between Guatemalan and United States opponents in Champions League. In the last 11 matches prior to the first leg, Guatemala was winless. They were 0-8-3. The last win before Comunicaciones last week was Heredia beating San Jose back in 2013. It doesn't happen often where a Guatemalan team can take down a team from MLS or the United States, but Comunicaciones able to do it last week, albeit from a wonder strike and a deflection, but 1-0 is 1-0, and that's a victory, and that's what has them in this tie here tonight at 1-1. I don't know what it's like to play in this type of weather, but the visuals, they always look pretty fun. I wonder if it was any contention from Colorado with Comunicaciones wearing all white tonight as the field starts to bear the color of the uniform of Comunicaciones. Boa trying to flick that along. Rosenberry there for the clearance. Here's Loreen. Trying to get something started. Felt some contact from behind. And that's a free kick to Comunicaciones. If you're Keegan Rosenberry, you cannot give away a free kick as easy as that. As these types of opportunities is how this Comunicaciones team can get back into this game. Set pieces, free kicks, so crucial in a game with margins this fine. And it will be Kevin Lopez standing over it for Comunicaciones. This served into the area, not enough height on it to get it over the first man. And maybe a counterattack opportunity. Contreras sliding in. He did get the ball. That goes right off of Mark-Anthony Kaye. It's out for a throw-in on the far side. Visibility getting tougher as the snow now really starting to come down. That's all the way to the end line. Did that stay in play? The referee still had a good view of that end line. Of course, when you come to the Rocky Mountains in the wintertime, you have to expect something like this. Colorado has played snow games in the past, and of course, most notably, the coldest game in MLS history coming on March 2nd, 2019. It was 18 degrees between the Rapids and the Portland Timbers. That game finished 3-3. Imagine scoring that many goals in quite a snowstorm, and it's even hard to see across the stadium from some camera positions now. A little bit more going forward in this second half from Comunicaciones, but still really nothing to test the goal. And William Yarbrough. Quick passing in the middle, and Price distributes out for Barrios. Rubio waits in the middle. Barrios might take this himself. No, he squares it. It's cleared away. Colorado knocking on the door for a second tonight, and a goal that could prove to be the difference in the aggregate ties. They were still level at 1-1. Comunicaciones already taking its time here in this second half. And there you go, there's the snow shovel. Got to be able to see the lines. Of course, we started the game with the yellow ball. Wintry conditions, that is a must. It's Rosenberry. Plenty of room on that far side. He'll find Mark-Anthony Kaye. Here's Kaye for Barrios. Barrios, it's deflected out of play off of Corena. And he's showing Barrios that his arm was attached to his body. No handball, it's a corner kick instead. Some of these set pieces where the visibility really becomes an issue for these goalkeepers, especially with the quality of service that Jack Price can provide. Barrios for Rosenberry, and well out of play. Another look at this shot, albeit on his weaker left foot. Still made good contact, just didn't have the precision. Rubio committing the foul. Comunicaciones bench all bundled up in those orange jackets. Spot them from a mile away. Here's Loreen sending this in, diving header, falls for Lezcano, and Anangono puts it just wide. That's the best chance of the night for Comunicaciones, but not able to find the frame of goal. Loreen provided the service. It was an awkward clearance there by Danny Wilson, and Anangono just couldn't put it on frame. An awkward touch there right off the shin guard of the Ecuador international. Here's Jack Price. This field was completely bare of snow before, and it is now covered. I knew the snow would be coming at some point. There's about a 50% chance of it coming into the night. Rosenberry. And Jack Price rolls it across the white surface. Now for Alves. And for Alves, this is his first game he's ever played in Colorado, and this is about as good of a welcome as you could ever get. Aparicio in the middle, going to pick out that through ball. Falls off to the right. And there's Lopez. Trying to get around Trusty, gets the cross away. Comunicaciones trying to keep that in, and they do. Aparicio. It's a rooster tail behind the ball when it skids across the surface. Corena. It looks like Comunicaciones preparing a second substitution. Looks to be Oscar Santis. Here's Kay. The Canadian brings it forward. And he gets it on the return. Mark-Anthony Kay looking in field, and Gamboa steps up. Estevez keeps it in. Alves for Rosenberry. A sliding challenge there by Samayoa, and he got it just right. And now Contreras for Comunicaciones. And here they come on the break. Lezcano trying to get that back in the middle. It was blocked down by Wilson. A throw-in coming. Before that, it looks like it will be a substitution. Another look at it here. Just dashing through the snow, Andres Lezcano. And it will be Oscar Santis. That's the last we'll see of Andres Lezcano tonight. Remember, the winner will take on New York City FC. A dominating win over Santos today. And again, the snow shovels are out. Visibility getting very difficult. It's going to be about a half hour to play. Trying to find the penalty spot in there as well. William Yarbrough helping out. Sometimes you see the snow blowers come out. It's just shovels here in Commerce City. So Oscar Santis is on his first Champions League appearance for the 22-year-old, his third season with the club. He has scored 3 goals in Concacaf League, all of those coming in the 2021 edition. During the stoppage and play, we can tell you Montreal has taken a 3-0 advantage over Santos. So it looks like they will be progressing on, barring a big comeback by the Liga MX side. Rolls it in for Aparicio. And Estevez now for Kay. Estevez plays it ahead for Rubio. Gamboa, no nonsense defending, just clearing that as far out of play as possible. The snow shovelers had to get off the field quickly there as Colorado were coming into the attack. And here's the sub, it's Jonathan Lewis. He started in the first leg. And he will replace the goal scorer, Max Alves. A really good 64 minutes from the young Brazilian, making his home debut tonight. So Lewis, who could be playing his former club in the quarterfinals should Colorado continue on. He joins the fun with about 25 minutes to play plus stoppage time. Here's Abubakar and Rosenberry. Lewis just onto the field and earning his team a corner. Good applause for Alves as he takes the long way around. This ball served in. Too tall again for Abubakar, but Price gets back on it, and he'll serve it in again. Takes another deflection. A corner kick coming once more. Alexander Loreen needs just a moment. That had to hurt. Square off the 1 and the 5. Served in again. Cleared away. As far as Rosenberry does well to take it off his chest. Puts it in the middle. Shot from distance and rolling right into the waiting arms of Kevin Moscoso. I mean, who knows how it's going to bounce off of this field with the snow that is accumulated. You can see the path of the ball coming right through. Gamboa used a deflection to keep that in play, and now play is stopped. It's going to allow for the snow shovel crew to get back out there. They are waiting on the far touchline as Estevez just needs a moment. Yep, we all know what that is. Here it is again. He will give Estevez all the time he needs here. Estevez trying to shake it off as play gets back underway. Here's Alexander Loreen moving forward. He'll take this on, maybe across. Never it was, it finds its way out of play. With the conditions as such, this might play into Comunicaciones' favor, as they can just try to make this game ugly and try to get to penalties, which seems to be what they're trying to do down a man. They've had chances, though, coming forward, so I wouldn't completely write them off. And Colorado, you know, they want to find a goal here and get this done within the 90 minutes. They've had plenty of chances. Comunicaciones, you can't say the same. Just 2 shots in this one. 17 for Colorado and 10 of them on target. Kevin Moscoso has played a big part in this game. Estevez still feeling the effects of the contact just a few minutes ago. Current temperature 8 degrees. We are in the single digits. The feels like temperature most closely associated with wind chill, -3. Here's Price for Rosenberry. You said about the weather, just bring it on. And here's Barrios. Gets around Loreen. Barrios, plenty of depth to this cross, headed back towards goal. Moscoso is taking no chances, but he keeps this one in play. He's able to hold on to it. Long ball served in. It was Kay up for it for Colorado, battling with Kevin Lopez. "20 minutes to go. We're still tied 1-1 on aggregate. Room for Barrios. Rubio waits in the middle. Barrios now cuts it back. The shot was blocked down, and Lewis definitely didn't get the contact he was hoping for. And that delayed run out of midfield from Jonathan Lewis. And that ball did go out past the touch line, and Contreras needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow card, and he's saying, how can you see the ball went out of play when the whole ground is white? And sub will be for Lucas Estevez, so we hope he is okay. But it will be Andre Shinyashiki coming on. Remember, he scored a big goal in that game a few years ago against the Portland Timbers. In similar conditions, can he come up with another big goal tonight? This shot's taken from distance and just wide of the post. Moscoso looked to have it covered, but he just lets this slide out of play. And again, Mark-Anthony Kay. Two subs being used by Robin Fraser so far in 2 windows. Just the 2 subs for Comunicaciones as well. They're still down a man, as they have been since about the 15th minute, when Steven Robles was given a red card. Boa and Rubio coming together, and it looks like the referee searching for a yellow card here. And that will go to the 23-year-old of Panama, Manuel Gamboa. It was for that right at the end. You have to be careful with those type of plays, getting up towards the head or neck area. VAR watching everything, as we have come to know already in this game. Gamboa into the book. Looks like that'll be that. And a free kick coming as well for Colorado. It's Jack Price who's standing over, and he stands over all set pieces for the Rapids. Another look at it here. There's that right there. Seemed to be a little bit too much. Looks like this also being looked at by VAR. Now this would be disastrous for Comunicaciones. So again, Cesar Ramos, the VAR. Jorge Perez, the assistant VAR tonight. Is Gamboa in trouble here? Play will continue on. Just the yellow card for Gamboa. Price serving this in right through the middle. It's cued off to this near side and cleared away and out for a corner kick. But first, the flag is up, and Anangono, I think, wore that right off the noggin. That has to hurt. Austin Trusty, that's Anangono wearing it right off the face. Moscoso finds a patch of grass after digging through the snow, and he sends it downfield. It's Kay to pick it up, and playing this into plenty of open space. Moscoso making a long run over there. Be careful with his steps, I'm sure. Going into kind of no man's land over there. And a souvenir, got to give those back. Reminder of our aggregate score, 1-1. Espino's goal from the first leg. Alves in the first half of this game. Trusty. Shinyashiki. Ball served in again. Loreen able to track over and head this out of play. Comunicaciones fend off all of this pressure from Colorado, or will Robin Fraser's men break through for a second? And a goal that would surely take them on to the quarterfinals. Price curling in again, glancing header going wide. Not enough contact to put that on the frame of goal. Again, Moscoso just has to send this into the stands. Another look at this header. It was Danny Wilson flying in. Couldn't redirect it on frame. Trusty. Now it's Price. Mark-Anthony Kay. Sending this towards goal! And Moscoso comes up with another massive save. Not sure if that was a shot or a cross. Nonetheless, it nearly found the back of the net. And Mark-Anthony Kay nearly found the go-ahead goal on aggregate. If not for the fingertips, again, of Kevin Moscoso, this will be a better look at it from behind. Oh, that was going to be close, and Moscoso was taking no chances at all. And Moscoso, a hard fall on this cold, snowy surface. And again, it is Jack Price. Another corner kick for Colorado. Served into a good area, still bouncing around, and the whistle will bail out Comunicaciones here. That was the 11th corner of the night for Colorado. Another look at this. Who knows what the end result would have been, but Moscoso didn't care to find out. Just joining us here, about 11 minutes to go in this second half. Tied 1-1 on aggregate. It is 7 degrees here in Commerce City with a feels-like temperature of -5. And the snow started to pick up right at the end of the first half, and by the time this second half got underway, it looked like this. But here's Barrios coming in, and Moscoso there again. Rubio asking for the square ball. Moscoso putting his body on the line once more. It was that first touch once he got into the box that was just a bit too heavy. That right there kind of skidded away from him on this snowy surface. If Comunicaciones somehow are able to find a goal or advance past this round, Kevin Moscoso has to be considered for man of the match in this second leg. He has been fantastic tonight. He has 9 saves on the night, Moscoso. William Yarbrough, on the other hand, has not faced a shot. As this is served in, bouncing through, and there's a touch for William Yarbrough. Ten minutes to go. Who will conquer the conditions tonight? There's a giveaway and a chance now for Comunicaciones to look upfield, and the pass is well off the mark. It's Price to pick it up. Shinyashiki, deflected ball for Moscoso. We'll wait for some pressure before he picks this up. This is just kind of turning into a street fight at this point. Anangono finds an option outright. Santis awaits in the middle. There's the shot, blocked down by Trusty. Kevin Lopez trying to get something going, and it wasn't going to happen there. And now it's Colorado's turn to come back the other way. This game really starting to open up. Gamboa intercepts, and he'll slow it down. Aparicio. Lopez. Contreras. And now Mark-Anthony Kaye. And again turned over. These players have put it all out there tonight. And what an entertaining product it has been over these 82 minutes. And still, we do not have a winner. Locked at 1-1 on aggregate. Comunicaciones fans really starting to make some noise now. Rubio plays this infield. Price, the return for Barrios. Diego Rubio. And Price just sends this airborne towards goal. Moscoso had to be absolutely sure. Nervy moment there for a moment. Over the top for Santis. The cross comes back centrally. Going down just to the top of the area. No whistle. And Mark-Anthony Kaye back the other way for Colorado. Jonathan Lewis running at Gamboa, who's already on a yellow card. Samayoa does well, bangs it off the corner flag. That's a goal kick. If you're just joining us, you can tell what side of the field the game has been played on just a little bit more, just based on the footprints. You saw back the other way, there weren't very many footprints on the other side of the field, and that just shows you how dominating Colorado had been in this game. Trying for a back heel on Lopez, and this will be a foul. Contreras trying to find a place to put this down on some grass. There's some grass, finally saw it. Contreras will play this forward. Anangono up for it. It'll fall for Loreen, who puts it back in the middle. And nobody there on Comunicaciones. Those white shirts really starting to blend in with that white surface. That'll be a foul on Lopez. It's Loreen to intercept in the middle. For Contreras, he looks upfield. Contreras trying to pick this pass out for Santis. And Yarbrough will let this roll out of play. Both sets of fans tonight at Dick's Sporting Goods Park trying to make themselves be heard, trying to stay warm in the process. You just can't take your eyes off of this one. The conditions and the pressure that Colorado has put on. As this ball squared for Rubio. Rubio on the turn, trying to get a shot away. And the referee says play on. Rosenberry trying to keep this in. And now it's Comunicaciones. Through one on Angono. And it looks like two subs preparing. Mesquita and Acosta. Contreras now brings this into the middle. There's Angono. Lopez making the run down the right. He'll latch onto this. Trusty there defending. Santis is in the middle. Trying to pick him out on the cross. Instead it comes all the way through for Alexander Loreen, who puts it back in the middle, and Abubakar is there to clear. Contreras rolling this forward for Santis. Abubakar deals with it very well. And Rosenberry gets around Loreen and springs Barrios down the right. Barrios, the switch of play for Jonathan Lewis. A heavy touch. It falls for Mark-Anthony Kaye. It's Michael Barrios, and he couldn't get the shot away. The second or third time Barrios has been on the doorstep, and his final touch has let him down. But Colorado look forward again, and this time it's Jonathan Lewis who puts it in the middle for Rubio! Colorado scores! They finally get it done in the snow, in the cold, and it's 2-0. What a scene here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Of course, this will go to VAR, as Lewis was kind of right on that line, but finally Diego Rubio gets his moment. Shinyashiki started the whole thing. Just a simple pass in the middle, and Samayoa just got his feet caught up. That's got to be a helpless feeling as the ball just rolls right by him, as he had a great opportunity to clear it away, but Rubio was not going to miss from there. And all that hard work undone by Comunicaciones, as now Colorado stands to go through as we sit at 2-1 on aggregate. And you feel for that man, especially Moscoso, who has been through so much tonight, has made 9 saves. And this is still being looked at by VAR. Jonathan Lewis was very, very close to straying offside. Will this stand as a goal, or will it be overturned? And a hush has fallen over the crowd here at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, eagerly awaiting the decision from Cesar Ramos and Jorge Perez. And this will, of course, be added on. It looks like he's okay there, but it's really close. I think it was even the initial ball that was passed to Rubio, or pardon me, to Lewis from Shinyashiki to start the move. And the referee will go over and look at this. Offside is what is being discussed. And here it is. It is so, so close. Such fine margins. Now it's Diego Montano taking a look at this for himself. These are paired up side by side. Remember, this would be the first time that either of these teams would progress to the quarterfinals. And Diego Montano asking for some quiet here. We are now 2 minutes into stoppage time. We still don't have a decision on this goal. And it's offside! The goal is chalked off! And we stay at 1-0. And that means we stay at 1-1. It had to be a matter of centimeters. Such fine margins in a game of this magnitude. So after all of that, the celebrations that ensued, here are the 2 subs for Colorado. Nicholas Mesquita and Brian Acosta will come on to replace Lalas Abubakar and Michael Barrios. And you wonder if this is maybe with one eye on penalty kicks to potentially come in just a few moments if it stays as it is. Some Concacaf chaos in the round of 16. And we play on like nothing ever happened. Gamboa will play this up over the top. Long run by Anangono. Looks like 4 minutes of stoppage time. That might take us to about 97 from where we are now, maybe even close to 98. Here's Wilson. Loreen. Remember, this Comunicaciones side a few years ago, they went toe-to-toe with Club America at the Azteca, lost in penalties. And now it's Shinyashiki. Shinyashiki, who this go off of last, it was number 9. And it will be a goal kick, and Moscoso, I'm sure will take his time, but not too much time. Moscoso did pick up a yellow card for time wasting in the first leg. These fans, they have been through it all tonight. What a game. Rosenberry. And now Wilson, just long over the top again. Lewis brings it down. Loreen. And now Acosta for Mark Anthony Kay. They'll keep moving this along. Shot from distance is held on to by Moscoso. Shinyashiki wrapping his right foot through it. Remember, we are well through the minimum of 4 minutes, but we got word of stoppage time at about 93:40 after the long VAR review. So our best guess is around 97, 98 minutes we will go to before penalties if we need them. We're 1-1 on aggregate. Can Colorado find a goal? They thought they had one a few moments ago. Ball served in, and a crucial intervention there. It was once again Jose Corena. And it's a corner kick coming for Colorado. Substitution will be Brian Shahan, the 24-year-old who will make his first appearance in a Concacaf club competition. And he replaces Juan Anangono, who did a lot of hard work tonight. He may not have the stats to show for it, but he did a lot of hard running, holding play up. And it's Shahan who comes on here for the last few minutes and potentially for penalties. Moscoso sends this downfield, and to penalties we go. We are not done yet in the snow in the single digits here in Commerce City. This finishes 1-1 on aggregate. Colorado wins the game on the night, but to find a team in the quarterfinals, we need penalties. And after 90 minutes, it's Colorado 1, Comunicaciones. They ended up winning that 15-14 in one of the most chaotic penalty kick shootouts you will ever see, and the longest in a club competition in world football as far as we know. And now tonight it sets up for an epic encounter once again. Will it be the lone team from Guatemala left in this competition, or will it be this Colorado Rapids team who has so much to build on from a year ago. If they want to do well in this competition, they were no doubt the favorites coming in to this round of 16. But Comunicaciones has held them to just one goal through 180 minutes. The two goalkeepers, William Yarbrough hasn't had much to do tonight. As for Kevin Moscoso, it's been pretty much the complete opposite. So much for him to do. Yarbrough does not have a registered save tonight, hasn't had to make one. On the other side, Kevin Moscoso, he has 11 saves. The final shot count, 23-6. With 12 of those shots on target, and of course, no shots on target for Comunicaciones. And it looks like we are just about ready to go for this penalty kick shootout. Remember, there's still one more game to go, and could we get penalties there as well? It's 2-2 on aggregate between Pumas and Saprissa. That is to come after this in Champions League action across the region tonight, and then two more tomorrow. Cruz Azul Forge, Motagua against Seattle. But all eyes here on Dick's Sporting Goods Park. If you're just joining us here for penalties, it is 7 degrees. The feels like temperature is -5. Pretty decent snowstorm coming through the area from the end of the first half until about the 80-minute mark in this second half. You can still see some flurries coming down. Conditions not ideal, but these players have put it all out there tonight, and what a product we've been able to enjoy. The winner will move on to take on NYCFC in 2 weeks' time. The blankets are out for Colorado, and the first man up will be Diego Rubio, who thought he had scored the game winner right at about the 90th minute, only for VAR to chalk it off. And now we are ready for penalties. Kevin Moscoso has been a huge part of this game tonight. We mentioned his 11 saves. Can he come up with another few here in penalties? Rubio's 4th season with Colorado, and he will lead off this penalty kick shootout. Moscoso trying to stay warm, maybe trying to play some mind games as well. Just his 2nd Champions League appearance, Moscoso. And here we go. Rubio scores, and Moscoso gets the right way. Not able to keep it out. And Colorado on the board in the first round. That is a clinical penalty, putting it right into side netting. Couldn't ask for anything better from Diego Rubio, and a good start. And now it's the captain, Jose Contreras. 2 goals across 16 Concacaf club appearances. He's even scored 1 Champions League goal. And now can he beat William Yarbrough and get this back level after 1 round? The 35-year-old Jose Contreras, who dons the captain's armband. front of the Colorado supporters section. Contreras strides up, and Contreras scores. Cool, calm, and collected from the experienced captain. So after one round, it's 1-1. Comunicaciones fans have made their voices heard tonight. And now it's Brian Acosta. He's come off the bench in his first 2 Colorado appearances. Now he steps to the spot and scores. Puts it in the bottom corner. And Colorado 2 for 2. Experience, again, of Brian Acosta coming over after 3 seasons with FC Dallas and MLS. Can Yarbrough make a difference in this penalty kick shootout? It's Jorge Aparicio. Experienced Guatemalan international. And Aparicio scores, puts it in the top corner. And it's 2-2 after 2 rounds. Now it's the Rapids' turn as we start this 3rd round. It's the captain, Jack Price. He's been through these type of moments before. And Price, it's saved by Moscoso! Did he leave his line early? That's the big question. But Comunicaciones might have a leg up. Another look at it here. The AR was right on the line. He guessed the right way. Price didn't put it far enough in the corner. Oh, it's gonna be close. It looks like that'll stand. So a miss for Colorado, and Comunicaciones can take the advantage here. It's the El Salvador international, Alexander Larin, with that wicked left foot of his. A long run up from Larin. And Larin scores, sends Yarbrough the wrong way. And Comunicaciones leads 3-2 after 3 rounds. For Colorado, you have to have this. Moscoso playing some mind games with Nicolas Mesquita, the 30-year-old out of Uruguay, just onto the field. He's barely had time to warm up. Can Mesquita get Colorado back into this penalty kick shootout? Mesquita scores! Sends Moscoso the wrong way. And keeps Colorado alive. The bottom of the 4th here. It's Oscar Santis, another second-half substitution. He, although came on much earlier in the second half, he's gotten up to speed, got his body nice and warm. Will Comunicaciones have the advantage going in to the 5th and final round? First, it's Oscar Santis and William Yarbrough. And Santis puts it off the underside of the crossbar. It stays out. It's a miss for Comunicaciones. And William Coito can't believe it. Here it is again. Yarbrough gets the right way. He tried to go top shelf, and Santis misses it. This will be a good view. And now we're all level going into the 5th and final round. It's sudden death from here on out, and it's Jonathan Lewis, who we thought had the game-winning assist in about the 90th minute. Can he give Colorado a leg up in this 5th round? And Lewis, oh, he misses two! Two crossbars, and Comunicaciones on the precipice. Ringing the crossbar on 2 straight kicks. And now it comes down to this. One make, and Comunicaciones is off to the quarterfinals. It's Jose Corena, the 28-year-old Colombian. He had spent some time with Guastatoya, who was eliminated yesterday by Leon. But now, it's here for Los Cremas. One kick to send them to the quarterfinals. Corena, oh, it's off the crossbar! Yarbrough got a hand to it! And we move on. A 6th round upcoming. Incredible scenes. Just enough on it to put it off the crossbar by Yarbrough. Colorado had to have a save, and they got it there. And now a 6th round. And Moscoso called into duty once again. And this time it's Keegan Rosenberry, one of the coolest customers on this Colorado team. The right back stepping up now for the Rapids. And Rosenberry misses! Another save for Moscoso! And once again, Comunicaciones has one kick to the quarterfinals. The snow, the cold. It has not fazed this Comunicaciones team. And again, they're one kick away. And this time, it's Kevin Lopez. He's no stranger to the cold. He played in St. Paul a few weeks ago in that World Cup qualifier. He played for Motagua just at the end of 2021. He now joins Comunicaciones, and he has one of the biggest opportunities in club history. Lopez, bit of a weird run up, but Lopez, oh, it's off the crossbar again! Yarbrough did it again! The chances of that happening once, but twice in a row, William Yarbrough has the crossbar help him again. And we continue on. Andre Shinyashiki, also a late second half substitution. Just got the number 9 jersey. He started his career as number 99, and he knows the pressure that comes with the single digit. Can he convert for Colorado? Shinyashiki, oh, it's saved! Moscoso does it again! Incredible goalkeeping! He's done it all night long. He had 11 saves through the 90 minutes. And Kevin Moscoso denies Colorado again. And again, Comunicaciones on the precipice. Can they finally do it this time? Will the crossbar help them out? Nicholas Samayoa converts! Comunicaciones conquers the cold, conquers Colorado, and they're moving on to the quarterfinals. Another look at it here. Nicholas Samayoa, who had formerly spent some time in the United States with the New England Revolution and Las Vegas Lights. And he steps up and sends Colorado home. Another upset in Concacaf Champions League. For the first time ever, Comunicaciones will play in the quarterfinals. And that is the reaction from the other side. Kevin Moscoso with 11 saves in regulation comes up with more saves here in the penalty kick shootout. One of the craziest shootouts you will ever see. And it finishes here tonight, 1-0 to Colorado. But on aggregate, it's 1-1, and it's Comunicaciones that advance for our entire crew. I'm Josh Eastern. What a game we witnessed. Comunicaciones off to the quarterfinals where they will take on NYCFC. Good night from Colorado.